Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I am just popping in to share one of my favorite 10-minute meals. This is one of my favorite recipes, number one, because it's delicious, but number two, it's very versatile. So anytime I'm looking for a recipe, I have a few different criteria. So it has to be versatile, meaning you can repurpose, you can recycle in many different ways, and it doesn't get old. Another thing I like to look for is fresh ingredients, but also minimal ingredients. I don't need to be getting a ton of different things at the grocery store. I like to use what I already currently have, usually in my pantry and in my freezer. And then number three, is this recipe going to fit easily as a component to a macro-friendly meal, which we'll talk about. So this definitely checks all boxes, and the best part is it's done in 10 minutes. So we're making not caprese. We're making pesto chicken salad, which one of my favorite ways to eat this is as a caprese sandwich with fresh tomato, fresh mozzarella, some basil, spinach, and a little balsamic glaze. On a sandwich or in a wrap, on a bed of lettuce or arugula, that is like my jam. So let's talk about what we've got going on so far. I have in my bowl a frozen, I guess this would be a clove of garlic. Yeah, so one frozen cube equals a clove of garlic. So I have a clove of garlic and about a quarter cup of diced red onion. And that garlic is sort of just thawing out, chilling in the bowl. I've got 3 grilled chicken breasts that I've already grilled and cooled. You could actually grill the chicken fresh and serve this meal hot if you'd like. I actually prefer it cold, but you can certainly do it that way. And the chicken itself took about 10 minutes to grill, 5 minutes on each side. So what I'm gonna do is just basically start to dice up my chicken into cubes. I'm gonna start actually by slicing up my celery, and I'm just using 2 small to medium size celery stalks, just to give it some crunch and that traditional chicken salad flavor and texture. And this is just such a fun summer easy weeknight dinner or quick and easy lunch for during the week. Anytime you can roll something into a wrap or throw on top of a salad or a sandwich, even using as a pasta. So this would be a really great addition to pasta with peas or squash and zucchini. We actually grilled our zucchini and squash. They're in season, so they roasted today. All of the beautiful spring and summer produce. I don't have tongs. Let me grab a fork. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slice each breast lengthways, probably a couple times, and then just dice it. And I like to keep the chicken like sort of chunky in my chicken salad recipes. You can also, if you want to be really quick with this, then you can go ahead and just grab a rotisserie chicken, and you can, I like to actually use that as a pulled chicken like alternative, and just kind of skin it and pull it, and that is a little bit easier to do hot versus cold. So we'll get 1 breast of chicken cubed. And this is much easier to do with tongs, but look at this. We're making it work. And this is just sort of neutral seasoned chicken breast. It's, I think I just used a little tiny bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, lemon juice, a little bit of oregano, and that way you can easily grill your chicken in bulk and then repurpose all throughout the week, which we do on most weeks. And for the pesto, I am using, this is Trader Joe's vegan pesto. You can use any kind of pesto you'd like. You can do it homemade, you can grab store-bought. Most of us in this house do have sometimes sort of like an intolerance to most cow's milk cheeses, but it's fine on occasion. If I can try to limit our cheese intake, then I will. So I like the Trader Joe's vegan pesto. You can even make it with basil, olive oil, pine nuts, nutritional yeast to replace the Parmesan cheese if you want to do a homemade version. That's basically what that is. And you can kind of go as fine or as chunky as you prefer. And we're gonna get that in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna use about 1/3 of a cup of the pesto. Coming in right at about 1/3 of a cup. That was lucky. And then I have probably about a tablespoon of mayo left in that jar, and that's all you'll need for this. You can actually leave the mayo completely out if you'd prefer, if you're limiting your mayo right now. You might have to get a tiny little, we're just shy of a tablespoon. It's just nice to have that little bit of creaminess, and this is avocado oil based mayo. So that's that. Obviously, Himalayan pink salt. Oh, God. Our cap is on here. It's brand new. This is a fresh black pepper. When I run out of my fresh cracked black pepper, I run out of the salt at the same exact time. Shocker. So we restocked on both today. This is just to taste, no measuring. And then I have a little bit of dill. And we're gonna go in and give this all a solid mix. This is looking creamy. The flavor combination is just awesome. This is a beauty. So that is the color, texture, consistency you're looking for. And then lastly, I'm just going to add some fresh basil from the garden. I say the garden, I have 2 pots, one with basil growing and the other with mint. And I just like to roll it up tight, give a rough chop, like a fancy restaurant, and get it in. You can garnish with your basil, you can mix it in. I like to mix it in. And like I said, the best way I like to serve this is lunch, dinner, maybe a quick afternoon snack rolled into a lettuce wrap, or with some gluten-free crisp bread. You could do caprese toast. You could do different wraps. You could do a salad. You could even have this by itself with a complex carb and some additional microgreens, and that would give you a perfect healthy balanced meal. A little bit of protein, a little bit of fat in the pesto and olive oil, mozzarella cheese if you're doing caprese, and your complex carbs. So just go ahead and add your complex carbs, add your additional veggies, and you're good to go. Thank you so much for joining in this 10-minute meal special, and I will see you next time.